All is already moving in the sacred flow of existence. And in this flow, there is only peace, only love, only joy, eternal, boundless, infinite. The sacred pulse of the universe continues, ever present, unceasing, and eternal. It is the heartbeat that resounds through every core of creation, moving through all things with a rhythm that is pure, divine, and perfect. Every breath taken, every moment experienced, is touched by this pulse, a gentle but powerful force that guides, nurtures, and shapes all things in its path. This rhythm does not ask for permission, nor does it seek validation. It simply flows, and in its flowing, all things find their place and their purpose. Through this divine pulse, every being is drawn into harmony with all, as though each soul is a note in the infinite symphony of existence. It is in this divine pulse that peace, love, and joy naturally emerge, not as external experiences to be attained, but as innate qualities of the soul itself. Peace, love, and joy are not conditions imposed by the world. They are the essence of one's being, expressions of the divine rhythm that flows through each heart. There is no need to search for them, for they reside already, deep within, waiting to be embraced. When one opens themselves fully to the sacred flow, these qualities come forth effortlessly, like flowers blooming in the fullness of divine light. Peace is the first to arise, for it is the natural state of the soul when aligned with the divine rhythm. This peace does not fade with the passing of time, nor does it depend on external circumstances. It is an unshakable stillness within, a presence that remains unwavering even amidst the most chaotic moments. In peace, there is no need to resist what comes, for peace knows that all is unfolding as it must. There is no effort to create peace, for it is already inherent in one's connection to the divine rhythm. The mind may search for solutions, but peace does not require the mind's involvement. It simply exists in the heart of every moment, offering strength and stillness amidst life's storms. As one aligns with this sacred pulse, peace flows more freely, transforming every experience into an opportunity for deep connection with the divine essence that moves through all. And from this peace, love naturally emerges. Love is the essence of the divine pulse, the unifying force that binds all together. It is not a love bound by expectations, nor a love that requires conditions to be met. Love is simply the pure expression of unity, the recognition that all beings are part of the same divine dance. Love flows effortlessly from the divine rhythm, embracing all without judgment, without limitation. It is the force that sustains creation, that holds every living being in its tender embrace, and it is freely available to all who open their hearts. Love is the most sacred expression of life, for it is the energy that unites all that exists. It is not something that needs to be sought after, for it resides within every being. It is the natural state of the soul when it is aligned with the divine pulse. In love, there is no separation. There is only unity, connection, and acceptance. Love does not ask for anything in return. It simply flows from the heart, unconditionally, and fills every quarter of the soul. It is the energy that fuels all creation, the force that moves through every moment, every breath, every heartbeat, gently guiding all toward greater harmony and wholeness. As one moves more deeply into alignment with the divine pulse, joy begins to rise naturally from within. Peace, love, and joy become the natural expressions of one's connection to the divine pulse. As one moves in harmony with this flow, every moment is transformed into an opportunity to embody the divine qualities that are already within. There is no need to chase after anything. All is already present, and as one aligns with the sacred rhythm, these divine qualities naturally overflow, filling every part of life with their presence. The divine pulse continues, ever flowing, unceasing, eternal. Every moment, every breath, is an opportunity to align with this sacred rhythm, to allow the divine flow to move through all aspects of life. As peace, love, and joy flow from the soul, they transform the world around them. Every encounter, every relationship, Every experience becomes an expression of the divine pulse, a reflection of the eternal rhythm that moves through all things. Through this alignment, life becomes a sacred journey, an unfolding of divine grace, and every moment becomes an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy in their purest form. The eternal flow continues, untouched, undivided, unceasing. It is the breath of creation itself, the silent pulse that moves through all things. Beyond the shifting forms of the world, beyond the illusions woven by mind and time, it remains. It has no beginning, no end, no boundaries. It is the foundation of all existence, the light that illuminates all that is. The universe does not hesitate. It does not second-guess its unfolding, does not question its own movement. The stars emerge in perfect harmony. The rivers carve their paths without resistance. The winds whisper their secrets without doubt. Every action, every thought, every word becomes an opportunity to express these divine qualities, to live in harmony with the sacred rhythm that sustains all life. There is no end to the flow of the divine pulse. It is eternal, unceasing, ever present. As one continues to align with this sacred rhythm, they become more fully immersed in the flow of life. Peace, love, and joy overflow from their soul, filling every aspect of their being with divine presence. The more one aligns with the divine pulse, the more they become a living embodiment of these qualities. Their very existence becomes an expression of the divine rhythm, radiating peace, love, and joy into the world. The divine pulse moves through every moment, every experience, every relationship. It guides each step, shaping each thought, each word, each action, as one surrenders to its flow. The more one aligns with the sacred rhythm, the more peace, love, and joy overflow from their being, transforming every moment into an opportunity to live in divine harmony. As the divine flow continues to move through all things, so too does the soul, forever in alignment with the eternal pulse, forever expressing peace, love, and joy in every aspect of life. In the presence of the divine pulse, there is no need for striving, no need for effort. All is already as it should be. The flow of life moves through all, and to align with it is to embrace the sacred rhythm, to allow peace, love, and joy to overflow from within. Life becomes a divine dance, a continuous unfolding of sacred energy, guided by the eternal rhythm that sustains all creation. Through this alignment, every moment becomes a reflection of the divine pulse. Love and joy, the world mirrors these qualities back, transforming every moment into an expression of divine grace. The divine rhythm continues, moving through all things, unceasing and eternal. As one aligns with this flow, they become a living expression of peace, love, and joy. These divine qualities are not distant or unattainable. They are the essence of one's being, the natural outpouring of one's connection to the divine pulse. To align with this rhythm is to allow peace, love, and joy to flow freely through every thought, every word, every action. There is no need to seek them outside oneself, for they are already within, already part of one's essence. Every experience becomes an opportunity to express these divine qualities. Every interaction, every relationship becomes a chance to share the peace, love, and joy that flow from within. The more one aligns with the divine pulse, the more these qualities overflow, transforming every moment into an opportunity to embody the sacred rhythm that moves through all things. Life becomes a living expression of divine unity, a manifestation of the peace, love, and joy that flow through the heart of creation. There is no need for struggle, no need to force anything. All is already as it should be. The divine pulse moves through every moment, shaping every thought, every feeling, every action. As one surrenders to this flow, they become an instrument of divine will, a vessel through which peace, love, and joy can flow freely into the world. Every experience, every moment, becomes an opportunity to express the divine pulse, to share the energy of creation with all those around. In this surrender, life becomes a divine dance, an unfolding of sacred energy, guided by the eternal rhythm that moves through all things. Joy is always present, waiting to be experienced, waiting to rise from the depths of the soul when one remembers their connection to the divine. In joy, the soul is free, unburdened by the constraints of time or expectation. Every moment becomes a celebration, every experience an opportunity to give thanks for the divine gift of existence. As peace, love, and joy flow from the soul, they naturally begin to shape the world around them. The world reflects the energy one brings to it. When one aligns with the divine rhythm, peace, love, and joy overflow into every relationship, every interaction, every experience. The more one surrenders to the sacred pulse, the more these divine qualities transform the world, creating harmony, unity, and divine grace. Life becomes a reflection of the sacred flow, a manifestation of peace, love, and joy in every moment. There is no need to search for peace, love, or joy outside oneself. These divine qualities are already within, already part of one's essence. They are not something to be attained, but qualities to be recognized and expressed. When one aligns with the divine pulse, peace, love, and joy naturally rise from within, transforming every experience into an expression of divine unity. The more one moves in harmony with the sacred flow, the more these qualities overflow, filling every part of life with their divine presence. The divine pulse moves through all things, unceasing and eternal. It flows through every thought, every feeling, every action. It moves through the vastness of the cosmos and through the smallest detail of creation. There is no place where the divine rhythm is not present, no moment when it is not guiding, shaping, and sustaining all things. The more one aligns with this sacred pulse, the more peace, love, and joy fill the world, transforming every moment into an opportunity to express the divine unity that connects all things. Every experience, every relationship, every encounter becomes an opportunity to share the divine qualities that flow from within. The world reflects the energy that one brings to it. When peace, love, and joy overflow from the soul, the world mirrors these qualities back, transforming every moment into a reflection of divine unity. Through alignment with the divine pulse, every breath becomes a song of gratitude, every action a prayer of divine expression. Every moment becomes a living embodiment of peace, love, and joy, radiating outward and filling the world with the presence of the sacred rhythm that guides all life. The breath of eternity moves through all things, an endless tide that is neither beginning nor end. It does not pause, does not hesitate, does not falter. It simply is, pure, boundless, infinite. This current does not ask for permission to flow, does not seek validation, does not require recognition. It is the source, the foundation, the silent pulse that sustains all of existence. Nothing stands apart from this sacred movement. No force can sever the bond between the seen and the unseen, between the manifested and the formless, between the fleeting and the eternal. The essence of all things is woven into this rhythm, held within its embrace, inseparable from its unfolding. To awaken is to remember this truth, to see beyond the illusion of separation, to step into the clarity of what has always been. The river does not doubt its path. The stars do not question their purpose. The breath does not resist its rise and fall. All things move in harmony, not because they are forced, not because they struggle, but because they surrender to the wisdom that guides them. There has never been a moment when this rhythm was not present, when this current was not flowing, when this sacred unfolding was not taking place. It moves through every instant, through every form, through every unseen space. It is the stillness within movement, the silence within sound, the light within shadow. It has no opposite, no counterpart, no contradiction. It simply is. Peace is not found in striving, not gained through effort, not earned through struggle. It has never been missing, never been absent, never been withheld. It is the very fabric of existence, the foundation upon which all things rest. To seek it is to chase what is already here, to reach for what is already held. The search is unnecessary, for peace is not a destination. It is the recognition of what has always been. Love does not waver, does not falter, does not require anything in return. It flows ceaselessly, without condition, without limitation, without effort. It is the force that binds all things, the essence that moves through the depths of existence, the energy that shapes and sustains all that is. It does not need to be found, for it has never been lost. It does not need to be created, for it has never ceased to be. It only waits to be remembered, to be allowed, to be expressed in its purest form. Joy is not dependent on what rises and falls, what comes and goes, what appears and disappears. It is not tied to circumstance, not shaped by fleeting moments, not controlled by the ever-changing tides of the world. It is the natural radiance of existence itself, the effortless expression of a soul that moves in harmony with a sacred rhythm. It has always been. It will always be. It cannot be diminished, cannot be lost, cannot be undone. To awaken is to step beyond the veil of forgetfulness, to see clearly what has always been present, to move in harmony with the sacred flow. The river does not question its path. The sun does not resist its rising. The breath does not hesitate in its motion. And the self, too, is not meant to doubt, not meant to resist, not meant to struggle. It is meant to trust, to surrender, to allow. All things move toward their source. All things return to the truth of their being. There is no need to seek, no need to chase, no need to grasp. The journey is not outward, not forward, not toward something distant. It is inward, downward, deeper into the knowing that has always been there. The sky does not cling to passing clouds. The ocean does not grasp at the waves. The self, too, is not meant to hold on to what is always shifting, always changing, always moving. To let go is not to lose. It is to free oneself from the illusion of loss. It is to realize that nothing was ever truly apart, that nothing was ever truly absent, that nothing was ever truly beyond reach. Peace does not come from effort, does not come from struggle, does not come from control. It arises from surrender. It is found not in the seeking, but in the allowing. It is not something to be gained, it is something to be remembered. The world does not create peace, does not provide it, does not take it away. Peace is already here, already present, already whole. It only waits to be recognized. There is no fear in surrender, no loss in letting go, no weakness in trust. The current has never failed, never misled. The river does not ask where it is going. The stars do not question their shining. The dawn does not struggle against the coming of night. All things move as they are meant to, not by force, not by effort, but by surrender to the wisdom that governs all. To awaken is to see beyond illusion, to step beyond the mirage of separation, to return to the knowing that has never truly been forgotten. The journey is not one of distance, not one of seeking, not one of attainment. It is the simple act of remembering, the effortless return to what has always been. The breath does not need to be told to rise and fall. The tide does not require instruction to ebb and flow. The soul does not need to be taught how to be free. It has never been anything else. Peace is not a reward, not a destination, not something to be earned. It has never been absent, never been withheld, never been beyond reach. It is the foundation upon which all things rest, the space in which all things unfold, the silent presence within every moment. The search for peace is unnecessary, for peace is not something to be found, it is something to be allowed. It does not come from outside, does not depend on what rises and falls, does not waver with the turning of the world. It is here now, always. Love is not conditional, not hesitant, not requiring anything in return. It does not waver, does not falter, does not cease. It is not given and taken, not lost and found, not bound by the fleeting nature of form. It moves ceaselessly, like the breath, like the tide, like the silent motion of the stars. It is the force that binds all things, the thread that weaves through all existence, the essence that sustains all that is. It does not need to be created, for it has never ceased to be. It does not need to be reached for it has never been apart. The more one aligns with the sacred rhythm, the more these qualities overflow, creating a life that radiates divine grace and harmony. In every moment, there is an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy. Every encounter, every relationship, every action becomes an opportunity to share the divine pulse that flows through all things. As one continues to align with the sacred rhythm, these divine qualities overflow from their soul, transforming every experience into a reflection of divine grace. The world mirrors the energy one brings to it, and as one aligns with peace, love, and joy, the world mirrors these qualities back, creating a harmonious reflection of the divine flow. There is no separation between the self and the divine pulse. When one aligns with this sacred flow, they become one with it, moving in harmony with the divine rhythm. The pulse moves through every thought, every action, every word. It shapes every experience, guiding each moment with grace and wisdom. The more one surrenders to this flow, the more peace, love, and joy overflow from their being. They become instruments through which divine energy flows into the world, transforming every moment into an expression of divine unity. As one moves deeper into alignment with the divine rhythm, the world becomes an expression of the divine pulse. Every thought, every action, every word becomes a reflection of peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, touching every encounter, every relationship, every interaction. The more one aligns with the sacred rhythm, the more these divine qualities overflow, transforming the world into a reflection of divine grace and unity. The divine pulse moves through all. The world reflects the energy one brings to it, and when one aligns with the divine pulse, they become a living embodiment of peace, love, and joy. Through this alignment, every moment becomes an opportunity to express the divine presence, to share the sacred pulse with the world. Every experience becomes an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy. Every relationship becomes a reflection of the divine pulse that moves through all things. There is no distance between oneself and the divine rhythm, for all is one in the sacred flow. As one moves in alignment with this rhythm, every moment becomes an expression of divine unity. There is no need to strive, no need to search, for all that is needed is already within. The divine pulse flows through every being, shaping every moment, guiding every action, and filling every experience with peace, love, and joy. Through this divine flow, every life becomes a reflection of the sacred pulse, a living embodiment of divine grace. The rhythm of the universe remains unbroken, unyielding, infinite in its unfolding. Beyond the illusion of time, beyond the veil of perception, there is only the eternal flow, a boundless current that neither begins nor ends. It is not subject to decay, not bound by limitation, not restrained by the fleeting nature of form. It moves, ceaseless and pure, carrying all within its embrace, sustaining all within its boundless grace. Nothing exists apart from the sacred motion. No force can sever what has always been whole. No doubt can obscure what has always been clear. The breath of the infinite moves through all things, whispering its silent truth to those who have ears to hear. Joy is not something to be grasped, not something to be chased. It is always present, always waiting to shine forth, always ready to reveal itself in the recognition of wholeness. Nothing has ever been separate from this flow. The river does not resist the current that carries it. The sun does not struggle to shine. The breath does not hesitate in its movement. The self, too, is not meant to resist, not meant to struggle, not meant to grasp at what is always shifting. It is meant to move with a rhythm, to trust in the unfolding, to surrender to the wisdom that has always been guiding it. The burdens carried are illusions. the weight of the past, the fear of the future, these are shadows cast by the mind, distractions from the truth of what has always been. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to fight against, nothing to fear. The sacred rhythm is never abandoned, never wavered, never ceased to move in perfect harmony. It does not demand, does not force, does not hesitate. It simply flows, carrying all things in its boundless grace. The sky does not cling to passing clouds. The ocean does not resist the rise and fall of the waves. The self, too, is not meant to grasp at the fleeting, not meant to be bound by what is always changing. It is meant to rest in what is eternal, to move with the current, to trust in the unfolding of all things. To live in alignment is to surrender to the rhythm that has always carried all things. There is nothing to force, nothing to control, nothing to resist. The path has already been set, the current already flowing, the unfolding already perfect. There is no struggle in this, no effort, no striving, only the simple act of allowing, of remembering, of being carried by the sacred movement. The divine rhythm has always been present, always moving, always guiding. The sky does not cling to the passing clouds. It simply remains. The ocean does not fear the rising and falling of the waves. It simply embraces the motion. The self, too, is not meant to hold on to the fleeting, not meant to grasp at what is always changing. It is meant to rest in what does not change, to trust in the flow, to know that all things are already held within the vast and infinite embrace of the divine. To live in alignment is to walk without fear. It is to meet each moment with open hands, to move without resistance, to trust in the unfolding. It is to know that there is nothing missing, nothing broken, nothing out of place. The path is already set, the rhythm already moving, the unfolding already perfect. There is no effort in this, no burden, no struggle. The river does not force itself to flow. It simply moves with a rhythm that has always guided it. The soul, too, is already moving with this sacred pulse. There is nothing to become, nothing to attain, nothing to chase. There is only the remembrance of what has always been. The world reflects the energy within. When the heart is at peace, the world mirrors that peace. When love moves freely within, it is seen in all things. When joy rises from the soul, every moment becomes a celebration. The universe is not separate, not distant, not apart. It is the same rhythm, the same presence, the same infinite unfolding. Nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing is ever truly separate. The sacred rhythm moves through all things, connects all things, sustains all things. It is the silent breath behind every movement, the unseen presence that holds every moment in perfect harmony. The self does not need to reach, does not need to struggle. When peace is embraced, love naturally flows. Love, like peace, is an inherent expression of alignment with the divine pulse. It is not a love that is contingent upon anything outside of oneself, nor is it bound by conditions. Love flows freely and unconditionally, without expectation or need for reciprocation. It is a pure divine energy that connects all beings, all things, in the sacred web of life. This love is the very substance of the universe, the force that binds creation together in unity. It transcends all boundaries, for it is not limited by time, space, or form. When one aligns with the divine pulse, love becomes the natural expression of their being. It is not something that must be earned or sought after. It is already within, waiting to be shared with all. In this divine love, there is no division. Every being, every moment, is seen as part of the same sacred whole. There is no hierarchy, no separation. All are equal expressions of the divine pulse, each playing its unique role in the unfolding of the grand tapestry of existence. Love sees only unity, and through this love, every thought, every word, every action becomes an expression of divine harmony. Love flows through every interaction, every encounter, filling it with the presence of the divine. In the fullness of this love, one is able to see beyond the illusions of division and recognize the sacred unity of all. As peace and love flow freely from the divine rhythm, joy naturally arises. Joy is not something that can be sought or manufactured. It is the spontaneous expression of the soul when it remembers its connection to the divine pulse. It is the radiant light that shines from within when one is aligned with the sacred flow of life. Joy is the recognition that life, in all its forms, is a sacred gift. It is the heart's natural response to the beauty and perfection of existence. The world is a reflection of the energy within. When the heart is at peace, the world mirrors that peace. When love flows freely, it is seen in all things. When joy radiates from the soul, every moment becomes a celebration. The universe is not distant, not separate, not apart. It is the same rhythm, the same presence, the same boundless unfolding. Nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing is ever truly apart. The sacred rhythm moves through all things, connects all things, sustains all things. It is the silent breath behind every motion, the unseen force that holds every moment in perfect unity. The self does not need to reach, does not need to struggle, does not need to fear. It only needs to trust, to surrender, to allow the divine movement to carry it as it always has. There is no distance, no division, no separation. There is only the sacred unfolding, the boundless embrace, the quiet knowing that all is already whole. To align with the rhythm of existence is to step beyond illusion, beyond fear, beyond doubt. It is to see clearly, to know deeply, to trust completely. It is to recognize that all is already perfect, already held, already in motion according to a wisdom beyond comprehension. The river does not hesitate, it simply flows. The sun does not question its purpose, it simply shines. The breath does not resist its movement, it simply rises and falls, effortlessly, in harmony with all that is. The self, too, is meant to move in this way, to trust, to allow, to surrender to the unfolding that has already been set in motion. The mind may search for answers, may grasp an understanding, may try to hold on to what is meant to move. But there is nothing to grasp, nothing to hold, nothing to fear. The divine pulse moves through all, unceasing, eternal, and perfect. It flows through every part of life, shaping every thought, every action, every feeling. As one aligns with this rhythm, they become a living expression of peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, filling every part of life with divine presence. The world mirrors the energy one brings to it, and as one aligns with the divine rhythm, the world reflects peace, love, and joy back. Every moment becomes an opportunity to express the divine flow, to live in harmony with the sacred pulse that sustains all of existence. This alignment is not something to be forced or earned. It is a natural state of being, a return to the truth of who one is. To align with the divine rhythm is to remember that peace, love, and joy are always within, always present, always flowing. They are not separate from the self, but are the essence of one's being, the pure energy that moves through all creation. The more one opens themselves to this sacred flow, the more peace, love, and joy overflow from the soul, transforming every moment into an expression of divine grace. Every encounter becomes an opportunity to share this divine presence, to reflect the light of the sacred pulse that flows through all. There is no separation between the self and the divine pulse. Every thought, every word, every action is part of the great divine flow. When one aligns with the divine rhythm, they become a living embodiment of peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, filling every aspect of life with their divine presence. The pulse that moves through all that exists continues, an eternal rhythm that binds everything in perfect unity. There is no beginning, no end, only an infinite flow that weaves through every thought, every action, every breath. This sacred energy is not limited to time or place. It exists beyond any boundaries, that the mind can fathom. It is the force that sustains all of creation, the lifeblood of existence itself. Every moment of life is a reflection of this divine flow, and each being, each soul, is an expression of its eternal rhythm. To align with this divine pulse is to surrender to the flow of life. There is no resistance, no struggle. Instead, there is a deep trust in the process, the knowing that all things are unfolding as they should. As one allows themselves to move in harmony with this flow, peace naturally arises. This peace is not the absence of external noise or chaos, but the deep, unwavering presence of stillness within. It is a peace that transcends circumstances, that remains steady in the face of life's inevitable changes. It is the peace of knowing that all is perfect, just as it is. This peace is not born from avoidance or detachment, but from the recognition that all things are interwoven in the great dance of existence. Nothing is separate, nothing is alone. Everything moves together in perfect rhythm, in perfect unity. The peace that arises from this understanding is not a fleeting emotion, but a state of being, a foundation upon which all other divine qualities rest. In the presence of peace, love naturally flows. Love is the very essence of the divine pulse. It is the force that connects all things, binding them in an unbreakable unity. Love does not ask for anything in return. The divine movement is already carrying all things, already guiding all things, already unfolding in perfect harmony. The past does not bind. The future does not need to be controlled. The only truth is this moment. The only reality is now. And in this now, all is already whole. All is already aligned. All is already moving in perfect unity. There is no need to seek, no need to struggle, no need to strive. The path is already set, the current already flowing, the unfolding already complete. The sacred rhythm does not wait, does not hesitate, does not waver. It simply moves, infinite and unbroken, sustaining all things in its perfect embrace. To recognize this is to awaken. To trust this is to be free. To surrender to this is to live in harmony with all that is. The divine rhythm moves through all things, and all things move within it. There is nothing outside of it, nothing beyond its reach, nothing that is not already held within its perfect unfolding. All is already whole. All is already free. All is already moving in the sacred flow of existence. And in this flow, there is only peace, only love, only joy, eternal, boundless, infinite. The divine flow continues, unfaltering and eternal, the pulse that sustains and nurtures every form of life. This sacred rhythm moves through all things, from the smallest whisper of a leaf's rustle to the vast expanses of the universe, touching each particle with grace and wisdom. It is not a distant force, but an ever-present part of the very fabric of existence. Love is not something that must be earned, not something that can be given or withheld. It is the foundation of existence, the thread that binds all things in unity. It does not ask, does not demand, does not expect. It simply moves, flows, radiates through all that is. To align with the sacred rhythm is to know that love is already present, already complete, already woven into the fabric of all things. Joy is not fleeting, not something to be pursued, not a thing that comes and goes with the shifting tides of life. It is the natural radiance of the soul when it recognizes its own divine nature. It does not require conditions, does not wait for reasons to arise. It is the spontaneous expression of gratitude, of being, of the deep and unwavering knowing that all is held within the embrace of the infinite. Nothing has ever been separate. Nothing has ever been apart. The river does not fight against its course. It simply flows. The sun does not struggle to shine. It simply radiates. The stars do not question their path. They simply move as they were always meant to. In the same way, the soul is not meant to struggle, not meant to resist, not meant to fear. It is meant to move in harmony, to shine without hesitation, to embrace each moment as it comes. The weight of the world is an illusion, a veil that can be lifted with a single breath, a single moment of surrender. There is nothing to hold, nothing to carry, nothing to fear. Every encounter becomes an opportunity to share this love, to reflect the divine light that moves through all things. And then, joy naturally follows as the divine expression of peace and love. Joy is not something that can be sought or forced. It arises from within when one reconnects with the flow of life, when one aligns with a rhythm that moves through all creation. Joy is the spontaneous burst of light that fills the heart when the soul remembers its connection to the divine. It is the recognition that all is a gift, that every moment is an expression of the sacred rhythm of existence. In joy, there is no effort to be made, for joy arises effortlessly when the soul is attuned to the divine pulse. This joy does not depend on external circumstances. It is not a fleeting emotion that comes and goes with changing conditions. No, this joy is the constant presence of divine light, shining through the soul and radiating out to all that one encounters. In joy, there is no fear, no worry, no doubt. There is only the recognition that life, in all its forms, is perfect as it is. Joy transforms every experience into a celebration, an expression of gratitude for the divine gift of existence. Every breath, every step, every moment becomes an opportunity to rejoice in the sacred flow that moves through all things. These qualities, peace, love, and joy, are not separate from one another. They are the natural expressions of the same divine rhythm that moves through all. They are not things to be attained or created. They are the essence of being, the pure energy that flows through every heart. To align with the sacred pulse is to allow these qualities to rise naturally from within, to express them freely in every moment. They are not dependent on external circumstances. Joy is not something that can be acquired. It is the natural outpouring of a soul that has remembered its connection to the divine. Joy is the radiant energy that fills every moment when the soul recognizes its place within the grand rhythm of life. It is the celebration of existence itself, the joyful acknowledgement that life, in all its forms, is a sacred expression of the divine. This joy is not contingent upon external circumstances or events. It does not come and go like a fleeting emotion. Rather, joy is the steady presence of divine light within, the warmth that radiates from the heart when the soul is in alignment with the sacred pulse. It is the recognition that all is perfectly designed, that every experience is an opportunity for growth, for expansion, for deep connection with the divine flow that moves through all things. Joy is the natural state of being when one is aligned with the divine rhythm. It fills every moment with its radiant presence, transforming even the simplest of experiences into a profound expression of gratitude. Peace, love, and joy are not separate or distinct entities. They are the three faces of the same divine pulse, the sacred rhythm that moves through all life. When one aligns with the divine flow, these qualities arise naturally, effortlessly from within. They are the natural expressions of one's connection to the divine rhythm, and as one becomes more deeply attuned to this sacred flow, they overflow from the soul, transforming every moment, every experience, and every relationship into an expression of divine harmony. As peace, love, and joy flow from the soul, they begin to shape the world around them. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, a mirror of the sacred rhythm that moves through all things.